Hello everyone and welcome to the second part of this short series on leadership. This section will cover the all-important topic of integrity and how it underpins and impacts on all aspects of leadership. What's integrity made up of and what sort of things can harm integrity? Well, any of these, plus of course many more. This is just a small selection of things that display integrity. On the opposite side of that, there's also, unfortunately, quite a long list. So I'd ask you to think about which of these you display and which might be on display in your organisation. Now, if any of the right-hand side of the antithesis happen regularly, it may be that, of course, there is a lack of integrity, but it certainly doesn't mean that the people or organisations displaying these are bad necessarily. These negative areas can be a reaction to a controlling environment or one where the great behaviours aren't really promoted. And this is where a collaborative culture and a willingness to find better ways of doing things can really. Integrity is in effect your moral compass. So when things are uncertain, or if you're ever in any doubt what you should do, then this will give you a reference point and can really help show you the way. And if we're always treated with honesty and fairness and know that it's done with a good conscience, then we are set up for success. Following your own compass also makes sure that you're always consistent and fair, which is essential for building trust. Well, that all sounds good, but why is it so important? Well, as you can see, we need to be persuasive as leaders. In order to do that, we've got to be believable, and that comes with having to display credibility. And to have any sort of credibility, we must have and display a good integrity. So your level of integrity directly affects the level of trust and loyalty that you engender in others. To coin a phrase, you reap what you sow. And as we saw in the previous snapshot, respect leads to trust, which gains commitment. And they're the vital elements. And because we've seen that respect and trust are the pillars on which our leadership and influence rests, we can see how important these things are. But underneath all that, the foundation is our clear integrity. In any of the roles at work? Well, it really is a combination of the knowledge, skills and attitude that are displayed. So it starts with an understanding of who you are, and for those of you who don't know your Latin, like me, it's about knowing yourself. There's also an understanding of organisational policies, procedures, the law, and so on. These provide the framework of what is right and wrong at work. You also need the skills to manage yourself and engage others. These might be coaching skills, communication, influencing, the assertiveness that you need to display. And you need to have the right attitude. And right's very deliberately in inverted commas in my inflection there. So it's driven by a clear understanding of your principles and your values. As long as these match up with the principles and values of your organisation or the position that you're in, then it will bring benefits. So a very short introduction, and there is of course much more that can be shown than we have in the few minutes here. So we'd encourage you to get in touch with us, have a talk through just how much integrity impacts on the quality of leadership and how it links in with the other areas we'll look at in the following snapshots, which will be communication and participation. Thanks for being with us, and we'll speak to you soon.